Okay, welcome back, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do another example, but this is actually from a previous example when we were talking about the mappings, and we were showing through example of the mapping, the composition of the two maps. So what we're actually doing is now we're just using the matrices to demonstrate what we were showing in that example. So if this looks familiar, it should look familiar from the previous example. So all we're going to do is we're going to do the multiplication with the dot products, and all we're going to do is, again, just look at the rows and columns. Oops. So this is a 3 by 2, and again this is a 2 by 4, right? And so that means what? Well, first of all, the inside dimensions match. The outside dimensions tells you that this is going to be a 3 by 4 matrix, which means it's going to be a transformation. It's going to be a matrix, a representation matrix from R3 to R4, right? Just like in the previous example. Okay, so now let's do this. So it's going to be a 3 by 4 matrix. So let's map this out. So I'm going to do I'm going to start with row 1. I'm going to cycle through these columns. So it's going to be, now I'm just going to write them out now. So it's going to be 1 times 4 plus 1 times 5. And now I'm going to go to the next one, which is going to be 1 times 6 plus 1 times 7. And then the next entry is going to be 1 times 8 plus 1 times 9, and the last entry is going to be 1 times 2 plus 1 times 3. Now I'm going to going through these. Now I'm going to go to the second row and cycle through the columns again. So now this is going to be 0. Yeah. 0 times my mind's going somewhere else, sorry. So 0 times 4 plus 1 times 5, and then the next entry is going to be 0 times 6 plus 1 times 7, and then 0 times 8 plus 1 times 9, and then 0 times 2 plus 1 times 3. Okay? And then finally, we're going to go to the third row and cycle through these again. So then the first entry of the third row is going to be 1 times 4 plus 0 times 5, and then 1 times 6 plus 0 times 7. And then the next entry is going to be 1 times 8 plus 0 times 9. And then finally 1 times 2 plus 0 times 3. Okay? And look, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and we have 1, 2, 3 rows. So our final matrix ends up being what? Okay, it's going to be what? 4 plus 5 is 9. And then it's going to be 6 plus 7 is 13. And then 8 plus 9 is 17. And then finally 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, that's going to be our first row. Second row is going to be pretty easy because we got zeros in here all over the place. So it's going to be 5, 7, 9, and 3. And then finally the last row is going to be 4, 6, 8, and 2. Cool. And that is correct. Okay. just want to verify. And of course, it's a 3 by 4 matrix, just like we knew it would be. Have a great day.